Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to my channel and Scraptember with the Scrappy Sisters and Laura and the 30 Days of Sketches with Christy. So glad they let us all join in, and there's a bunch of us. And today is the 25th, so it's also the Christmas in September. So I will have a Christmas layout, but I will be using the sketch that Christy provided. And then the prompt for Scraptember was dies and punches. So yeah, there's plenty to do on this layout. And it's super cute. And I'm going to do all that right there. But then you know me, I like more. So I will add a little bit more. But you all might think it's more than a little. But see that empty space over there on the left-hand side? It is just screaming for more. At least it is to me. I used the Sizzix film strip die, and that's what it's called, just plain film strip. And it's been out forever. And of course, they've done some since then that are probably cuter. I mean, they have more character. Because this one's kind of on the plain Jane side. But what's good about it being on the plain Jane side, it's good to customize and don't take a lot of work. So I am going to make it fit my photos. And my two photos are my grandson, Kyler. And this is 2016, which I was planning on putting the date on here and completely forgot. But yeah, they didn't get to come down at Christmas. She couldn't get off. She had to do a double shift or something. And we mailed the presents up there to them so they'd have them. And she took pictures so we could see him. And he totally loved both gifts that I got him, especially that Cardinals shirt. He was pretty sure he was going to get that other thing. It's a game, and his mom's one told me that he would really like to have that. I picked the Cardinals shirt out, but I knew they like to go to the game, so I figured he'd be happy with it. I did get a little bit big because I noticed those last several years, and he was growing like a weed, and he still is. Well, no, not really. He's about as tall as he's going to get, but he shot up there pretty fast. But I am, see the top part, it's got that narrow strip across there. So I did the narrow strip at the bottom, not even thinking. I should have just waited till I put the sides on. But I'm going to need a wider strip there just to get everything to even out a little bit better and look a little bit better. And I don't think it's too noticeable. If anybody's just flipping through the album and looking, they'll think it all is supposed to be that way. Because, I'm saying that because I had it planned to put some stars over the seams. I didn't even think about it when I was putting the stars down. I was looking at the layout. I didn't think of it once. So here I put it together and didn't think about it. And I think it will be okay. But like I said, I have done it before, and being straight lines, it's pretty easy to do. The paper that you see there on the side, it is Doodlebug. And I will be pulling in some other Doodlebug stuff too. The red in the Cardinal shirt, the way it printed out, looked like the red in the Doodlebug collection. So I decided to go ahead and go with it. Sometimes it'll print out bright red, and other times I think it's the lighting. I think it adjusts the color of red, but I never know how the red's going to come out when I go to print it on that printer. I should have just used the selfie, but I was getting kind of low on paper and stuff on it, so I've been using the other one instead. And see, that's a little bit wider than the one on the original layout. But I did that on purpose because I knew my film strip was going to be wider. It's probably about the same length. It's just that it's quite a bit wider to fit the photos that I have. And this was a scrapping, and you can see at the top it's got a chunk out of it. But I figured if I hide the empty spot underneath that I could go ahead and put it straight up through there. Nobody will ever know. But it does look like I might have got the bottom part just a wee bit crooked. Just a wee bit. But I'll adjust it. I'll adjust it before I put it in the album. It's got the photos slanting to the right, and I did consider putting them to the left, but then I thought I got to put my title there, and then I'm going to be taking up more of the empty space over there on the other side, And by then, I'd already decided I was going to have to put a couple more things on there. And yeah, there's my die. It's called Tree and Ornaments. I think that's what it's called. Way back when, their titles was pretty simple. And the reason I bought it several years ago was because it reminded me of the Charlie Brown tree, and it comes with like 4 ornaments. Well, of course, I want to put more. Yeah. And so instead of my tree being bare, I'm going to make it lopsided, like I was more on one side than the other. That way I can look a little bit pitiful compared to Charlie Brown's tree, but not quite as desperate and in need of love and attention. Um, the bow that I had, there's just one that came in a die set. It was a card die set, and this Karen Bernstein one, but I haven't had it in that die set since I got it. It stays in a little drawer next to me. So I can use it whenever I want it without having to dig it out. And that one does too. I probably have 4 or 5 little bows in there. And that one's super tiny, and it come from a Karen Bernstein one too. So I am going to use it to kind of hang the ornaments. So it'll be on several different places on the tree, and they are really tiny. And I went ahead, it's made to go like on this little tiny package. I mean, tiny. And so it has the uh, ribbon that goes all the way across, and that's what you see me cutting off to make everything fit. And I'm just going to glue it straight down because I plan on putting some presents on there. And I'm going to forget, yeah, I'm going to put my sprinkles on my layout because the original has sprinkles. And I really debated about that one because I thought, do I want to put a little red on here or not? But I end up putting some red on there. And yeah, I get the last of the ornaments on there, and then I'm going to get sidetracked and forget about the presents for a while. But I will be back to do them. A couple of the ornaments were fussy cut out. You can see in that bowl there's candy canes, ornaments. I'm not sure what all's in there, but I had them in a little baggie in the doodlebug thing. So yeah, I pulled them out for the layout. And that tree is going to be full when I get done. But while I'm doing that, I want to mention that down below there'll be links to all the others that are doing the Scraptember and the 30 days of sketches. So yeah, 30 days. And every day we'll have a sketch provided by Christy, and it'll have a prompt provided by the other gals. So there'll be something to do besides following the sketch. And as you can see, my sketch so far, if you just look at the right-hand side of it, is following along with the original sketch, my layout. And see, here I go, another one. But it was empty space. So yeah, I'm going to fill that in. I'm not going to put quite as much up there as I did down there on the tree, though. But y'all did see I did it lopsided. So it looks like it's a little pitiful. Not much, just a little bit. This on the original, it shows a tab up there. And instead of just putting one, I went ahead and put the other part of that little square that's up there at the top. So there will be 2 there just to fill in some space because I thought it needed a little bit more. Now, it's got 3 little strips saying journaling. Instead of me putting strips there, I'm going to put words. It's going to be wow and so awesome. Yeah, I was so tickled that there was so on that sheet. But yeah, they're Christmas, and so they had Christmas words and colors. But these went with whatever he was thinking anyway, because he was pretty excited. And oh, here I'm doing my stars, and I use my EK Success confetti stars, which I'm not sure if you'll find or not. Some people's found them, but other people hasn't when they've seen it. But it's pretty awesome punch. And oh, I am pulling out the embellishments for that top part. And I had it pictured in my mind that banner would go right on top of that. I don't know if you'd call that a label or what. But I had planned on it going right across there. But then it was going to, actually came to do it. It was going to run over the top of the gumball. Are they called gumdrops? Gumdrops. I think that's what they're called. I know I don't eat them. And then peppermint and stuff. So I had to take it all the way to the left side just so it wouldn't cover them. And then there's a tab that said December because his birthday and Christmas are right there together. So I thought, well, December instead of December 25th, and have them both on here. And the green, the paint that I'm using is from Michael's years ago, and I won it on YouTube from Scrap from Scratch. That's it, Scrap from Scratch. I always had a hard time saying that. And then the red is called Jacket Red. Letterman Jacket. That's it, Letterman Jacket from Mr. Huey, I believe it is. And I made sure I cleaned that straw that holds that sprays with the straw on the sprayer. Cleaned it off really good so I'd have little teeny tiny drops on there. Because if y'all noticed and paid attention, I put a big old glob on that star down on the bottom right, and I was able to wipe it off, surprisingly. But yeah, I wiped it off. But I certainly did not want to do it with the red. So, I mean, I cleaned it off good. I'm just taking, well, there was 2 presents on the sticker sheet, and I fussy cut them out. I stuck them to cardstock first and fussy cut them out. And I am putting them on there plus some scraps to make more because I wanted a few presents under there. And they're going to be a little lopsided too. But I do think you can tell by looking at the sketch that this may have been a scrap lift of it. May have been. Well, it was to start with, but like I said, I like more. If y'all like more, put it down there below. I think that's the last of what I do on here. I don't think I do anything after I get the presents down there. I think I'll be done with my layout. Yeah, that's it. I am done. I'm being very careful though because that paint is still wet. Yeah, I wished I'd thought of the presents before I put the paint on there. But that neon green, it goes perfect with that doodle bug. And yeah, I use that old striped, peppermint striped thickers. And yeah, they are glued down with liquid glue. So they're not going anywhere. And there's my fussy cut stuff on the tree plus the stuff that was with the die. And I guess I thought y'all need to see the title one more time. But yeah, I don't remember when I got those words that's underneath the title, but I bought 2 packages. So I'm glad every time I use it on the layouts because yeah, they're kind of on the old side. But if you leave a comment below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so much. But y'all see him, he's trying to throw his arms up and say how happy he was and putting his chin on there. Yeah, I got a video too. One of them took the video and one of them took pictures. So that worked out pretty good. But y'all know me, I wouldn't have thought twice about taking a screenshot off the video. So I'd have my photos. Might not be as sharp as these are, but I would still use it. I wouldn't let it go to waste. But I hope y'all have a happy, scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. Hop along on the hop. Get lots of inspiration. Bye.